the COG for the I and its interaction with this controller. See, it goes down up in this point to here, 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 attached, right? And then I detached it here. 64 says none. So what I had to do was press S to lock in a keyframe, because up until then there was no keyframe, and you need a keyframe now because there's going to be secondary movement, and I place a keyframe here. So keyframe here, meaning there's no movement, and I lock it in. But now here there is movement, and I lock that in. So I had to lock in the keyframe. Keyframe here, even though there's no movement, to start the beginning of the movement, and here. So let's see if I, oh shit. So let's see here, I'm gonna delete, and here I'm gonna delete. This is my COG for the I, right? Even though I detached it, the I is still gonna be here because there's no movement, right? All this time it was just following the R. The R has all the movement. As far as the I is concerned, it's like, okay, I have no information telling me to move, so I'm not moving. But then if I were to now move it like this, like how I tried before, all this means is that it's doing what you're telling it to do, right? But now it's still attached to the R, but at this distance and height. If I go back, see? Right? But if I set this to 0, it's gonna come back over here. Because it's to the letter I, everything is still fine and dandy at 0. Even though it's not over here. That's because the I is now it was attached to the letter R and just following along. But now since the R, I want to have it detached here, and I want him to animate. So this is why here I need to press S. And then a couple of frames later, chuck it, maybe rotate it. See, now, all right. See? And then, that's 26 minutes. And then from there, let's see, I'm gonna go and do panels and layouts, 2 panes side by side. And then I'll make this one my graph editor. All right, so I just want to show this. I'm gonna put this over here for a bit. This just is basically a reminder where connections start, connections end for the parent master. So I'm gonna close this out to get some more room. All right, so let's say here, right, and it kicks it. But let's say it's too slow, the kick. So what I could do is I have to coordinate the detachment with the kick, because right now the kick is too slow. So what I can do is, if I remember correctly, I'm gonna just grab this. Basically, I need to grab all the controllers for the R, right? That way I don't leave anything behind, right? This is why I did this. I grabbed all the controllers, shift select, just the controllers. And here's my markers. And I'm thinking, you know what? I want all of this bend here to be faster for the letter R, its movement. So I grab all the controllers here. I'm gonna hold shift, left click, and drag. Okay, again, that's here. Hold shift, left click, drag, let go. Now I engulfed it. I'm gonna, in here, the middle, drag, 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 drag. So it's faster. See? So if I were to play it, see, it's faster, way faster. Then it goes up here. But now that's too slow, so I'm gonna, anywhere on here, hold shift, click, then drag. Wait, oh yeah, drag. So again, I'll do it again, do it slow. I can click here or here, wherever. I can hold shift, click, then I can just let go. Then I can just drag that. See this thing? So I can swallow this up. In the middle, yank, 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 yank. So now it's faster. But all this is still stuck. All here, see? The reason why there's no movement with him is, far as the eye is concerned, it's still attached. But now I made my release at frame 56 to give it more of a kick, because it was dragging on too slow. All this time I just moved these keyframes, right? So I put it here. Then I have to coordinate 56 is where the new release is gonna be, right? It's supposed to be here. So I need to grab that constraint that I did. It's a tick mark. So is it this one? No. This one? No. I think it's this one? Is it this one? Oh, there we go. Right there, right there. See? Whenever you see this control in SN and PC and this is the special stuff that the parent master did. So this little group, I crack that open. Inside here, oh, there we go. There's my green markers. This is where the attach, detach. Here, 16, still attached. And then here it detaches. And then here it reattaches. See? See that? Right here. This is where it reattach. Over here is still attached. Now it detaches. See this? These keyframes are these guys. The green color tells us that these are constraint on-off keyframes, right? Which is this detach, this attach, detach. This here is to wipe out the constraints. This is totally different. You do this when things are totally messed up and you don't know what's happening. You do this. Anyway, so here's the detach at 64, but it's detaching too late because I pushed the kick. I made the kick faster, basically, right around here. 56 is when the kick is finalized. Right now, I am grabbing this thing, the parent master. I'm not grabbing controllers. It looks like it, but I'm not grabbing controllers. I'm grabbing this, which is here. I need to grab 64, drag it to 56. See this? So all I have to do is hold shift, left click and drag. Again, hold shift, left click, drag, so it swallows this up. In the middle, I'm gonna grab, send it to 56. Uh-oh. Now it's doing that. Right, snapping. Oh, then see, this is where it gets kind of nuts. I have to move the keyframes. So, okay. I need to grab 64 and 69. This is the eye moving, right? It's way over here. So what I'm going to do is pull this set to 56. So I'm going to go here, left click and drag, holding shift, drag. I'm going to move to 54. See, now it's working. But I see there's these little dots. See, now it's doing incremental. I'm going to set it to snap, right click and snap. Right, so that was a whole number. It's annoying. Anyway, now this solid line means that it's keyframe to the whole number. This here, see this? It's in between, it's a decimal. I'll select it, right click, snap. Oh boy, that's the man. Okay, so it's doing this. I remember this part. Here, right, 56, right? Then here, oh, it's way too soon. I grabbed the wrong one. 56 is the release, but I pulled it back too much for the I, so I grab all of it. So I gotta move this to 56. That was just a mistake there. So this as well. So let me see, this up to 56, 51 to 56. Checking this out, and then the kick, right? And this, okay, 56. This also 56. This is the release. But you see how it's over here. But if I for the COG, even though the timing is correct now, 56 is the point of its movement. And I also, if I grab this, 56 is the release. So this here, when this happens, right, when even though everything timing is right, the COG timing 56 is a point where it's going to move, and this, the kick 56 is the release, 56 is the release, right? And then but still it's doing this. I grab my this, 56 is the release, right? Everything's lined up, matching, and it does this. This is something that's known. This is where you go in and do this. Fix snap. Nothing to fix at frame 56. Huh. Is it this one? Oh, look at that. I grabbed this one. There's data here. 64. Right. This here. Right. So I grabbed this one. There you go. Okay, now I got it. Forgot about this. So you gotta have the graph editor open. See? Now it works. I think I might do one more tutorial. Frame 30. Yeah, and then to highlight. Now right here, this means that basically the I, right, from 56, it releases and it animates. So it's kind of slow. So if I play it, see, there's that delay. So what I can do is, so everything is working. This was the key where you select this part, right? And then this part right here with this group, the parent constraint group, basically I had to move it. I had to move this thing to 56 because before it was spread out to over here. So I had to move this to 56. I had to move this also to 56. that fixed the snapping issue. Then I have to move this to 56 as well. And now there's the release. But if I go in the midway, I grab the release for the I, COG, I'm gonna crank it. This delay right here, I can go into the I, press F, grab this, I can break it and jack it. Grab this, oh there you go. Grab it, break it, jack it. So there's multiple things that I have to consider. You get used to it. If I got the timing right ahead of time, I didn't have to go in and try to coordinate it. So the lesson of the story is, when I was doing the demo, you know, the time, which is good to show this, you know, how to, you know, when you're to offset the timing of a movement to coordinate the release and to coordinate with the actual object, right? So this was good to show this and how I fixed everything. I had to go in here, line up the release, the point of release, which is 56. And what I remember was for intricate movements, I would write down my timing so that if I had to adjust it, I would know when's the point of release. I will know when is the object interaction release, you know, and the animation for it, the secondary stuff. 56. And here for him, this is the movement. And if I look here, 56. If I look here, even though I don't see it here, it's here. This, the other part is important. Remember, this here was made because of the parent master. So I had to coordinate this and this at 56, even though this doesn't show green. This here is the COG, 56 and pop. Alright, so that's pretty much everything. That was 41 minutes. So I'm gonna, those are gonna be using this, which I highly recommend, needs to watch this. Otherwise, you guys are gonna pull your hair out. But at least right now, I showed exactly what you need to do. Right, and as you can see, it works. It works. I'm used to it because I've used it so many times in the past, so I know what to look for. But with you guys, with me telling you what to look for, your learning curve just dropped by what, 6, 7, 8 hours maybe, to understand what's happening. So you have to look here and here, and you have to time the release, you know, and you have to also look here that the release is timed at 56. See, 56. If I grab here, and if I look here, and I look here, here's the 56. 56 for this right here. Right, if you see PH and SN, these are special groupings it made, the Paramaster. And then going back to this, 56, 56. Everything's coordinated. Basically, it's the coordination. But if the timing, if I time the kick exactly, I don't have to go through that. But chances are this will happen because you'll be experimenting with timing, that's why. So let's take a look. I'm gonna hide the bones. See? Alright, so that's that tutorial. And if you use Parent Master on your own home computer, whatever, you need to install it. You need to install it. And this here, this breaks all connections, destroys it. But then you need to go and select the thing. For example, like say this one. Was it this one that I grabbed, that I set things up with? Basically, no, actually you grab this thing, the pH, control pH. I believe that one, because the parent doesn't have anything. You do destroy constraint. Oh, not that then. So which one is it then? Is it this one here at the top level? Okay, yeah, it was at the top level. The COG. Wait, so if I go and grab this, okay, right, because it grabbed that, see? If I grab the controller, it grabbed that automatically. Then I go in, and this pops up, blah, 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 blah. Do you want to revert to previous state or bake and keep the animation? You don't want to bake and keep it. That means it's going to embed it. You want to revert it. If you need to wipe out everything. Let's say everything's out of control and you don't know what's happening. Revert it. Right? And now, see, that group is gone. And then you go here. You know, over here. Delete. Wipe it out, the keyframe. Then you go in here. Zero it out. Now we're back to normal. See? We're back to normal. Even with him, you can grab that and that and that. Back to normal. Grab that. Grab that. Back to normal. You can grab all of that. Hold shift, left click, drag, right click, delete. We're back to normal. There you go. See, we're absolutely stable. We're good. So that's basically how to use it, right? I've shown it. And here, there's nothing going on. Oopsie. Yeah. And like I said, you grab the child, then the parent, right? Make sure that your empty group organizer is named properly, R and I. And even your controller, I, R, your COG. All the other stuff, I don't think it should matter. If it throws you error, then you go in, you give it a specific name. But for sure, the organizer group and the COG. Then you go constraint. Boom. Now it's working again. And then you see this again. And inside that, that and that. Inside of this, you have your COG. And everything's there. And now, he'll follow along. So you select the child, then the parent COG. Right? And if you want to disconnect it, you grab the child. Oh, but you grab the child, COG, destroy, revert. Everything's wiped out and clean. We're good. See? So that's the end of that. Alright, bye.